Hey everybody, I'm ExxotikGaming. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Call of Duty Warzone Mobile is looking better and better. I mean, seriously, you take a look at gameplay from nowadays and you compare it to gameplay leaked from China from a couple of months ago, and the game looks so much better. It's actually looking like a proper PC game now. And even though I still can't play the game myself, I still have that ping issue where it doesn't allow me to connect to the server, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are in the same boat as me. Zero Care Bear has come in clutch once again, and he provided some awesome gameplay for us to take a look at. Even though this gameplay technically has 3 Battle Royale matches, we already looked at this third one in my last video for Warzone Mobile. So we have 2 Battle Royale matches that end with 8 kills each, and I hope you guys do enjoy this video. We're going to take a look at this. This is gameplay on an iPad Pro with max graphics, all the best settings turned on, and it's pretty much the best Warzone Mobile looks like right now. You're not going to get anything better than this in early January 2023, and it looks good. It looks really, really good. We're seeing Blitz Royale gameplay, and as I said, this gameplay has pretty much everything that you could possibly want in Warzone Mobile. We get to see gameplay with a wide variety of different weapons from somebody that's actually good. Constant action pretty much the entire video, and we even see other stuff like contracts being completed. We get to see one point where he goes on a vehicle rampage and he just runs over a bunch of people, and it's like all the type of stuff that I so desperately want to do myself in Warzone Mobile. It's awesome. I can't freaking wait to show it to you all. But yeah, hey, if there's anything that you obviously see are glaring issues in Warzone Mobile with all of these max graphics turned on still, then let me know down below in the comments, because the developers actually watch my videos. I know that for a fact because I went to that Warzone Mobile Global Summits a couple of months ago, and when I went there in London, I was talking to a couple of the developers, and they were like, hey, ExxotikGaming, why are you leaking gameplay from the alpha version? That's not very nice. And I'm like, hey, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was people in China, and I'm just taking the gameplay and re-uploading it to YouTube. I'm doing a good thing. I'm bringing hype to Warzone Mobile, and I don't think they appreciated that. You know what, honestly? How many people are watching this video that came to my channel first off because of Warzone Mobile? Like, you happened to look up the game, and you saw my videos, and then you click subscribe to watch more videos on this game. And how many people learned about Warzone Mobile from me? Because when the first announcement came out so long ago, the first leaks that they were potentially going to be bringing Warzone to mobile, I was there. I made videos on that. I let you people know, all right? So I think I brought a lot of hype to this game, and I think that's a good thing, and I don't think the developers really appreciate that. So, hey, don't get mad at me, please, Activision, all right? That's not very nice. But whatever. It's fine. Doesn't matter. We're seeing some gameplay here now, and it's perfectly legit and legal to be showcasing gameplay, because now this game is beta, and it's available to a lot of people around the world. Not everybody, like me, but to a lot of people. I'm actually curious, because a majority of the people that are playing Warzone Mobile right now, or at least excited about it, are from the Philippines, surprisingly enough, even more than the United States or anywhere else. Can people in the Philippines play Warzone Mobile? Because I know there's a ping issue. I think you can't have over 200 ping in the game, and the servers right now are in Australia. Like me, I live in Florida. I can't play the game, all right? I have like 300 ping or something like that when I try to connect to the server, and that is too much. But Philippines is a lot closer to Australia, so maybe you guys can? Can you let me know down below in the comments? That would be interesting, for sure. But I do think the test that we're seeing right here in Australia is going to be ending pretty soon. Game dev companies, they don't like to do these tests for too long. They do it for a little bit of time. They get all the feedback necessary, and then they close it. And then they maybe, you know, have a few days where they're offline, they're working on updates, stuff like that. And then they bring out a new update with improved graphics. Maybe it's more optimized, more content. And then they bring it to more people because they're more confident with that version of the game. So it might be for Australia, but it might also be for the Philippines and India and Germany and the US and Brazil. You know, it could be for a wide variety of different countries. And you know, if you really would like to have pretty much everybody play the game, all you really need to do is pretty much have a server in Australia. You need to have a server somewhere in Southeast Asia. Maybe you want to choose Singapore, because a lot of game devs like to choose Singapore. And then that way, everybody from Philippines to all the Southeast Asian countries would be able to reach that server with the ping issue pretty much being resolved. You could have a server in India, and that way everybody that's around India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and then Central Asian countries would be able to connect to that perfectly fine. You could probably have a server somewhere like maybe Egypt. Let's just say something like that. UK, South Africa, Brazil, maybe somewhere in Central America, and then North America. It's a lot of servers, but like if you wanted to do something like that, you could pretty much encapsulate almost the entire world. And then if you did that, you know, you still wouldn't have too many people playing the game, but anybody that did really want to play the game that might have not been able to with the ping issue in the past would be able to. You know, they just have to go over a few more hurdles, and then the people that are more truly deserving to play Warzone Mobile actually can. I don't think that's something that they would do, but that's what I would do if I were a game dev. If I ever made my game in the future, maybe I'd follow the same path where I do my very first test in a smaller country where there's not too many people playing the game. And then I finally get more confident. I would start to expand it to maybe those countries. And then that way, the vast majority of the world can connect to it and play if they want to. And then finally, I would have a lot more servers for everybody else. Because there's certain regions around the world that are pretty much not looked after a lot. Like specifically southern India and a lot of African countries. I noticed those countries do not have good server connection at all, at least based off of comments. And then some of the Pacific Islands as well, they do not have good servers as well. So, you know, that could be something that maybe game devs want to focus on a little bit more, because then you'll be held a lot more highly in regard by your player base, I think, if you do something like that. I'm just rambling, though. I'm just talking about an ideal scenario where the gaming world perfectly reflects what the community wants, and that's not really that realistic, but, you know, one can dream. One can dream. Hey, but this gameplay is entertaining, though. I mean, Zero Care Bear really is one of the better Warzone Mobile players out there right now, and even though he doesn't make content on this game right now for YouTube, I truly think if he starts to do consistent content on this game, he's going to be big. He's going to be big. And he's going to be one of those YouTubers that people would subscribe to just to watch their gameplay. You know, he doesn't even have to add any commentary. He does gameplays like this. People are going to want to watch that, you know? So, I mean, he's going to be good. And whenever leaderboards do eventually come out, he could very easily get up there in the leaderboards. Who else thinks that they can get up in the leaderboards? Because I see a lot of people commenting, oh, yeah, I'm going to be number one. Well, you know what? There can only be one number one. So who do you think it's going to be? Who do you think it's going to be? I remember Warzone Mobile tweeted a couple of days ago, and they said something like, oh, new pre-registration goals or new rewards or something like that. And I think it was Ferg who said something like, add leaderboards so I can be number one. It's a bold statement, but maybe he will be the one. I know one thing's for sure. It will not be ExxotikGaming, all right? So if there's one single comment from somebody saying, oh, I think it's going to be ExxotikGaming that's going to be the number one leaderboard person, you're just wrong. You're completely flat out wrong. I might be -1 because I might be so bad that I don't even count in the leaderboard. But there we go. I should probably fast forward just a tiny bit so we can see how many kills he gets. I told you guys 8 kills each match and 8 kills, 1 contract completed, 3,000 score, and 1988 damage. So we're going to go to the next match right here. This next match is equally as fun. Honestly, I would go as far to say that it's probably even better than the last one because this is the match where he goes on a vehicle rampage and he goes absolutely berserk on everybody. He runs over so many people. There's one moment where like a guy dolphin dives out of the way as the vehicle is about to run him over. And then there's other moments where like there's ridiculous ragdoll effects. And I like stuff like that. I know the game isn't perfect until they perfect the ragdoll, but like if you have these buggy instances that are really funny where like the body just glitches out all over the place, like in Goat Simulator, for instance, that's kind of a good thing, you know? Keeps things fresh, light, entertaining. It's just perfect for something like this Blitz Royale where, as they say, it's a fast-paced battle royale. Not too much pressure. If you lose, it doesn't really matter. It was only like a 5-minute match anyways. And it's just fun. It's just fun. One thing that I do want to say, though, is I have noticed on YouTube not too many people talking about any glitches in Warzone Mobile. I remember back in the day when I used to do so many videos on out-of-the-map glitches for Pixel Gun 3D and PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile. I used to show people how to, like, you know, go on top of the roof in Raid in Call of Duty Mobile, or how to get outside of the map in PUBG Mobile, or other weird glitches like that. Pixel Gun 3D was famous for having some of the most ridiculous ones. There was one in that game that I'm almost tempted to leave a link down below in the description for, but I'm not. You can search it up if you want to. But, oh. Hold on a second. We might have noticed a bit of a glitch here. I just was talking about glitches, but it seems like this helicopter just blew up for no reason. Did you notice that? I don't think that guy had an RPG, did he? Okay, well, if this game wants to focus on the whole realism side of things, I think what they might want to do is not have something like this, because it seems like it just had the propeller hit the ground and then the whole thing blew up. If it was more realistic, what they should do is just have the propeller break. And then if you're stupid enough to just sit there in a helicopter with a broken propeller, then eventually it would catch fire and then blow up, you know, after a few seconds or so. But that was interesting. That was interesting for sure. He gets sent to the gulag once again. I like the gulag, though. I like these gameplays where we get to see the gulag because, you know, maybe enough people don't really give too much credit to the gulag. A lot of YouTubers will make videos and, you know, they have the mindset, if I get sent to the gulag, it makes it seem like I'm bad at the game and I don't want to show people that. But, you know, it's another valid part of the game. It should be shown. But yeah, I think you guys could probably agree that this gameplay is pretty freaking good. And Warzone Mobile is looking very, very good nowadays. There aren't too many big issues in this game. And it looks even better than even the last time when I played this game. Like, I did a video a couple of days ago where I compared gameplay from nowadays to the alpha version of the game from a couple of months ago, from October of 2022. And the alpha version from October 2022 really had a lot of problems. And here we are! Here we are! Here's the moment where he takes out the car and he starts running people over. There's bullets in the distance. I can see them flying up into the sky. So look at this. What the heck did he just do there? Is he trying to get a... Oh, I think he might be trying to get a contract or a buy station or something like that. What's he doing? How did he know? How did you know? And how did you live from that grenade that was right there? It was literally right there on top of you. I guess those myths are busted where, you know, you hear the story of the guy that's in the military and then he sits on the grenade to save everybody. He didn't die. Just watch Warzone Mobile. He'd be perfectly fine, you know? Just wear a couple of shields and you're good. And then self-revive. But yeah, I can't wait to play this game, man. I keep saying that almost every freaking video. This game is going to be huge. And I don't know if it's going to be huge on the same level of like Call of Duty Mobile when that game first released, or PUBG Mobile. I think those two games, when those two games came out, that was pretty much the highest amount of hype any game could ever have. Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG Mobile. Because, you know, Call of Duty Mobile is literally just called Call of Duty Mobile. It's the original one, right? It's not the very first Call of Duty for mobile devices, but it's just called Call of Duty Mobile. And, you know, it's got the same level of hype as Minecraft Pocket Edition when that came out, you know? Everybody was so excited to play that. Everybody made videos on it. Warzone Mobile's a little bit less, you know? It's maybe got the same amount of hype that, like, Rules of Survival had, which was still a ton of hype, but Rules of Survival had a little bit less than PUBG Mobile when that game came out, obviously, for obvious reasons. More people were excited about the real thing than the ripoff PUBG Mobile, basically. But here we go. At this point in time, he's sitting here, parading around the canal, or the drainage ditch, or whatever that is. There's going to be enemies all over the place, but he's going to try and run every single one of them over. And he does a very good job because he doesn't die right here. Look at this. Now he has a guy in his back. In the back of the car. But never mind. He does get blown out. That's a shame. That's a shame. That could have added to such a funny gameplay. Could you imagine the dead body gets up on top of his car and then he just starts driving around with that thing? That would be awesome. Who is the guy that blew him up? I think it's that guy that's over there that just went in that yellow building. Take the second car. Which... that's another one of his cars. I remember that one from earlier on in the match. I didn't even realize this. He literally, he strategically put the car there just so he could get it later on. That is next level thinking right there. That is pro thinking. Thinking that you might need the car there at some point in time, so you're going to get it later on. I would never do that. I have the attention span of like a flea, and I would probably forget about it about 4 seconds later. That looked like that might have been another bug. Could have been a ping issue. Could have been a ping issue, to be fair. But as you can see, he... where is it? Is it right here? He tries to run over the guy, but the guy just kind of walks right through the car. That should have been a point where he ran over the guy, but I guess not. I guess not. Probably a ping issue. Probably that other guy is in Australia, and it looked a little bit different on them. And look at that ragdoll effect. Did you see that? He, like, did a full 360 flip. That's awesome. That's awesome. I think we're getting very close to that point where this guy does the most epic dolphin dive away. Where is it? It's almost coming up. It's almost coming up. And honestly, I kind of feel bad for the guy that dives out of the way because he deserves to win. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look at that. He dives out of the way. Did you? Freaking awesome. He keeps diving. He somehow manages to avoid him every single time. Zero Care Bears going left and right trying to hit this guy, and he just gives up. He's like, you know what? Not even worth my time. I don't freaking care. It doesn't matter. If I were in that situation, though, I would be panicking because I would know that that guy is very good at the game. And that is another potential bug. It looked like that guy got pushed through the building and the boxes and was just perfectly fine. That was a bit weird, I'm not going to lie. But look, this is what I want to do in Warzone Mobile. I just want to take the car, the big truck, and just drive around the whole match. You're going to be pretty much invincible, you know, as long as somebody doesn't call an artillery strike or happen to throw, like, the perfect grenade. Or if they're actually good at the game and they can snipe you. But look! Here we go! RPG to the enemy. And there's the Warzone victory. Now, I could show you guys the final match here. But this is gameplay that I did show in a video just a couple of days ago. So it doesn't really make sense to do that. So I think with that... that pretty much wraps everything up, and I think that's a good way to end off this video. Maybe some of you guys who are watching this video were in that match. You could have seen the guy that was crazy with his big, massive truck, and you might have gotten run over by him, which is kind of awkward, not gonna lie. And there we go. Another 8-kill win. Bit less score and damage than the other match, but hey, still equally as fun. I think that second match was even better than the last one, and Zero Care Bear is an awesome Warzone Mobile gameplay. Or pro player, I guess we could say. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please take a second and leave a like and subscribe down below for more content just like this. Hopefully, it's actually going to be my gameplay soon whenever a new test starts because I'm sick and tired of showing other gameplay. I want to show you all mine. Hopefully, that's going to be soon. But until then, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next episode.